Your boy Ace Metaphor, and listen, I got a topic for you guys. So over and over, I keep getting asked the same question: how do I get a man to blank, 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 blank? How do I get a man to love me? How do I get a man to appreciate me? How do I get a man to up his ambition and match my grind? How do I get a man to blah 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 blah? Here's the thing, ladies. You can't. You can't. And I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. I'm gonna leave the fluff alone because I know you guys, you're watching me impromptu, so you need me to get right to the point. You're not Superwoman, nor are you God. You're not Mary Magdalene, you're not Jesus. And so what happens is we keep thinking that we have the power to change people's hearts. It's hard enough to get a man to put down the toilet seat after he uses the restroom, and you want him to get him to respect you. See, all these things that you want a man to do, he has to first want to do for himself. He has to do this prior to meeting you. And here's the thing: you've allowed men to come in your life, and hold on, let me finish, and get the leeway of you thinking it's your responsibility to teach them how to be a grown adult. If you gotta teach a man how to get and keep a job, that's not a man for you. What about you makes you feel like what you deserve out of life is a project, an incomplete person that you gotta put together with your hands? The first year or two of that relationship, you ain't loving that man, you healing him. The first year or two of that relationship, you're not growing with that man, you building him. And here's the thing: oftentimes you keep thinking that it's your responsibility to teach him how to be faithful or filled with integrity. And every man that is watching right now will agree with me. You're not enough. You're not enough to change a man that don't want to be changed. And if that man wanted to be changed prior to meeting you, guess what he would have done? Changed. Man, I'm getting sick of you guys thinking that you can skip the hard work and wait for a woman to help you get over the issues you need to get together in your life first. Let me tell you something, brother. If you want to be successful at anything, you got to put in the work. Right? You want to have that degree, you're going to study and go to college, you're going to get that degree. You want to get that promotion at the job, you're going to show up early, bring donuts and get coffee, right? You're going to make sure you are key on every assignment, every little thing you get. You go, yes, boss, I got you, boss. You're going to do all that stuff to get the promotion. If you want to be a healed man, you're going to have to do the work. You might have to go to therapy. You might need to talk to your dad that ain't talked to you in 20 years. You need to get closer to those daddy issues. You might need to call your mom and tell her how you were hurt as a child. You might need to have yourself a cry, fella. It's okay to cry. It's okay. See, here's the thing. Men, we have to do the work on ourselves. Let me tell you something. Being married for a man extends your life by about 5 or 10 years. Just being married as a man. Being married as a man makes you more successful, healthier, and you're happier than men that are not married that's your same age. Just statistically proven. And if you want that and you want to be married to a quality woman, you have to do the work prior. Fellas, how many times have you lost a good woman thinking you can change once you met her? Ooh, ladies, how many men dropped and fumbled the bag with you because they thought that they can get ready once they met you? Let me tell you, ladies, something that you don't know. And we're about to get into it. So everybody share this video on your timeline, because we're about to do a live call-in show. I already got Instagram watching. I got YouTube watching, and I got Facebook. We got to do a live call-in show right now. So if you want to be on my live call-in show, I'm gonna show you how in 2 seconds. But listen, ladies, how many times have a man fumbled the bag with you thinking he can change? And he'll tell you, like, I just don't know what's wrong with me. I just don't know how. Because you thought what the society teaches us is that a man will change for the right woman. So when you were in relationship A, 10 years ago and you cheated or you had a bout for infidelity, you didn't think you had to make improvements. You thought it was just the woman you were with wasn't the right woman. And don't we teach our men this? And then you get in relationship number 2. Same things happen. And instead of you realizing that something is wrong with you that you need to fix, you say, well, this is just not the right woman. And when the right woman comes along, I'm going to be motivated to do X, Y, and Z. This is wrong teaching. We should stop teaching our boys this. And ladies, the same is true. Some of you guys are waiting to be saved as well. Some of you guys are waiting to be saved as well. That's not the burden we should give people that only comes in our lives to love us. That person came in your life to love them. Understand me? Or love you. Not to be your therapist. Not to be your babysitter. Not to be your mama or your daddy. This person came in your life not to be those things. They came in your life to love you, to be your husband and our wife. Here's the thing, and I'm about to put the nail on the head before we go to these questions. Facebook, if you guys got questions, I want y'all to type them below. If you want to join this chat, go to my YouTube. I'm streaming live on YouTube, and there's a link pinned in the YouTube comments, and you guys can come on camera and ask me a question live. Okay? Live. Matter of fact, y'all stay right there. We're going to take these questions in 2 seconds. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make it easier for the people on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, do me a favor, share the video right now. Right now, I need you to share the video, okay? It's the first thing. Let me see. Second thing is this. Let me do this real quick. I think I can I'm gonna make it easy for the people on Facebook. This is what you can do on Facebook to get the link to join me live and ask me a question live, okay? Here it is. Okay. Boom. Boom. So look, on Facebook, if you want to join this chat live, okay? If you want to join this chat live and ask me a question, all you got to do is text this number, okay? Text that number and I'll send you a link. All right? But let me end it by saying this. Thinking you can change a man, or fellas, thinking you can change a woman has broken more hearts than anything else. I get it. You're so used to willing things into existence. Lady, you have manifested your queenship. You have manifested that job and that life you have. You have manifested beauty in your life. And so now you think you can manifest a man to act right. And I'm telling you, you do not have power over his heart. Some of you guys are fighting battles you should leave up to God. That's God's job to heal this man. It's God's job to fix this man. But yet you want to take the mantle like you him. You're not capable. I'm not trying to trash on you. I'm just trying to be realistic. And brothers, the same things. You think you can change this woman. It's one thing to improve or to teach someone how to adequately love you. But when we go into lack of ambition, lack of integrity, lack of respect, these are things that they mama should have taught them. Understand that? This is things that they daddy should have taught them. These are things that they should have realized were voids in their lives before yoking with you. Okay? Cool? All right, so we about to take some questions. So again, the number is 937-314-6974. If you are on Instagram, all you got to do is hit the link in my... Oh, hold on. I lied. Hold on, Instagram. I lied. I lied. Hey, listen, live calling shows are difficult, okay? Live calling shows is difficult. It is what it is. Ladies on Instagram, I know I just seen the comments. Y'all like, I can't get in there, Ace. Okay, my bad. I lied. Give me 2 seconds. I'm about to hook you up with the link. And on Facebook, I'm going to put the link on there in a second too. So to ask me a question on camera, all you got to do is go to if you're on Instagram, go to the link in my bio and you guys can come on to my live call-in show, okay? The link is live now. So Instagram, the first few people to go on that link in my bio, my Instagram bio will be on camera. Let me see. I'm gonna do Facebook real quick. Give me 2 seconds, you guys. Everybody share this video. It's about to get real spicy and real interesting. If you got questions for your boy, this is the time to ask. Okay, this is the time to ask your boy. I'm about to pin it in 2 seconds. Let me see if I can change to yep. Boom, boom. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm about to pin it on Instagram. I mean on Facebook. All right, comment. Oh. All right, let's do this. To join live, let's do it. So I'm pinning the comment on Facebook, so you guys can see it on Facebook, I believe. Let's see if I can pin it. They're gonna let me pin it. Yep. Let's see. Nope. Did y'all see it though? Y'all can see. If y'all can see it, I just posted it on Facebook. So let's do this. We about to do the question. Jackie, you got a question? Let me see your face, Jackie. You got a question for me? Huh? Oh, so I done talked to Jackie before. Patricia, are you on here? Try to get some new people. Mike Joy, you got a question for me? You ready? All right, Mike, I got you queued up. All right, let's see. Sharnita, is that your name? You got a question for me? You do? You got a question? I'm about to bring you on live. What's up? Talk to me.
Hey, Ace, I'm so happy I got to meet you.
Happy to meet you too.
My question is that how come, I was married for 17 years, and after 17 years, he decides that he doesn't want to be married anymore, and that he met another woman and says that he's in love with her. And then, but he says he still loves me, but he's in love with her. And then, but the way he acts and treats me is not lining up. How is that possible?
Don't you agree that people's words and actions need to line up? You agree that need to happen. Here's the thing. When there's inconsistencies between there's problems, there's trouble. And we got to understand that sometimes we choose to believe whichever one is most convenient for the narrative we want to happen. You want this relationship to work out with him. Obviously, that's your husband, correct?
Well, right now we separated. So from what I'm seeing now, I don't think it won't work out. It's not going to work out.
So just like go ahead.
I was just saying, like, how does he just switch all of a sudden from, oh, we're married and everything, and then to all of a sudden, he treats me like I'm a stranger. To me, he treats me worse than somebody you see on the street.
Yeah. Well, listen, let me say this. Marriage is tough, right? Marriage is tough. You've been married 17 years, lots of ups and downs. And here's the thing about something. Sometimes we want that to be forever, but it takes two parties agreeing to that, okay? The one advice I give you before I let you go is this. What you have to understand is we can't allow people to send us mixed signals, because they will. If we allow people to say one thing and do another, they will. If we allow people to disappear and reappear at will, they will. So what we need to do is set boundaries. I get it. That's your husband still. Y'all not officially divorced, right?
No.
And you like, all right, I want to leave a little hope out. You got a little hope out, don't you?
Maybe, but I don't know. The way he's treating me and the family, I'm like, I don't know.
Right. You don't know, but you haven't made a definitive decision.
No. I feel like if we did counseling, maybe,
Yeah. Does he want to do counseling?
He said that we did it for a short period of time, and he said it was to help for closure. No, not now.
He doesn't now.
No.
And he's currently with the other girl.
I don't know what it is. It started off as so-called friendship, and then all of a sudden he tells me he's in love.
Do you guys still live together?
No,
It's over. It's over. Listen, let me say this. I'm not saying at some point that it can't be rekindled. At some point, maybe he won't come back, and at some point, this can work out for you. Okay. And I get it. And I always try to be careful when I talk about people's marriages. However, there are just certain things you can't do and expect me to be waiting for you to get your shit together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's one thing you lose your job for a while. I'll wait for you to get another one. So this is a time frame. When you bring other women in, you separate yourself from the family. You talk about you done. Has he said he's done with the relationship?
yeah. With the marriage,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
All right. So you got a mirror in that car, right?
A what?
A mirror. You got a like a rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, point it to yourself real quick.
Oh, you want me to look in it?
Yeah, look at yourself. Because I'm
Yeah,
looking at somebody that look pretty good. You look like you're relatively happy, and it looked like you got some self-respect and some dignity, right? So if
yeah,
if you looking at what I'm looking at, then it's just certain things you can't allow people to do to you.
thank,
No, no, man, no, man, no, no. You ain't gonna tell me you done. Get another girl, move out the family house, and I'm still waiting for you. And listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes doors don't open till we close one. And this is just a door you got to close behind you. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? And I know you want to keep the a little crack for the chance and the opportunity for this to work out. But I'm telling you, maybe God got bigger things for you. Your
yes,
husband has made his choice. And you ain't got to sit through somebody being it. I don't know if he an adulterer or not, but obviously this he's okay with a woman coming in between his family. So
yeah,
you got to be okay with your self-respect, your dignity, your worth coming before his really selfish decisions.
yeah,
Okay. And I'll give you one more tangible tip. You said he's saying one thing and doing another.
yes.
How about you not listen to neither? How about
Okay,
you not pay attention to neither?
okay.
Okay. Because let me tell you something. If I'm still able to to be affectionate, you guys still hanky pankying?
No, no, no.
That's been over.
Yeah,
All right then. Yeah. So yeah, it just seemed like it's just time to go ahead and start your healing process. And let me tell you this. Sometimes you gotta let things go. You know, if it come back later on in life, or you guys can be amicable and you guys share children.
yes.
All right, and then be there for the children, great. But you know what I'm saying? It's a what's the dude's name? Is it Stedman? What's the dude's name from Stella? What's the guy's name? Have you seen Stella Got a Groove Back?
Oh, oh yeah. Damn, what's his name? I forgot.
Winston.
Wednesday.
Winston. You gonna and listen. You gonna find you a little Winston. You gonna be good. All right. You gonna be all
Thank,
right. All
thank
right.
you.
All right, lady. Do your thing.
Thank you.
Peace out. All right, Mike Joy. You ready? Mike Joy, talk to me.
What's up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing?
Making it happen. Making it happen.
All right. I, I got a long question, but I'm gonna just make it a short question or
Go
whatnot.
ahead, man.
So I was in a relationship about 8 months ago. We got a kid together,
Mm,
and I'm trying to heal and everything, and you know, do things with my daughter, that makes me smile and everything, and even trying to co-parent with her.
yeah.
Uh, when I try to co-parent with her and help her out with her son, she think it's different. She try to ask me for sex and everything. And I don't want
Yeah.
it. I wanna heal. I wanna be positive around my daughter so she can see
Hmm.
that. And and as I'm healing, is it wrong to I don't want to date women, but I just want to go out somewhere and laugh with a woman or whatnot. Like
Okay. I see what you're saying. All right. So I'm gonna ask you questions to get more in
yeah,
depth, but so I'm assuming that did you walk away from the relationship?
yeah.
You
Okay. It's okay. Yes, I did. I cheated. I'm not gonna lie. I
oh,
cheated.
mm,
It was a year with. It's so much. It was a year with uh I can't. It gets me when I talk about it, but it was a year with no intimacy, no kissing, no hugging, and I was trying to talk to her about it, and she kept pushing me. It kept
mhm,
pushing me away. Man, I used to cry in I used to cry in the bathroom, and and then I start talking to my other friends about it. And then, you're not supposed to talk to your other friends about the relationship with you,
Yeah.
you and your lady or whatnot. So it pushed me so much. I didn't even want to cheat. I'm not that type. I wanted to love her, and it just brought it out and whatnot. And then after I cheated,
It wasn't the same. Now
no.
let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. We all make poor choices, brother. So I don't want
Yeah,
you to beat yourself up about it. And it's one of those things where, I mean, obviously, if you can go back, you'd probably end the relationship prior to you doing that, correct? That's
yeah,
probably what you would do.
yeah,
Because it's just like that you know, and I know, we both know that that's not the answer. And right now, you probably live with, a little, a sadness when you think about it. I can see it.
yeah,
Now I can say a year without intimacy is hard because obviously, and I want all the ladies to just be a fly on the wall in this conversation. um Sometimes that's part of how we as men feel loved. We feel loved and appreciated when we have sex on a regular basis. So without that, that's difficult. But now that we're here, now you're co-parenting, and it sounds like there's some boundaries that need to be established.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And respect it, because you're like, okay, I'm here to co-parent, while maybe she's thinking that other things can happen, and you're like, I don't want to mess up the amicable nature we have,
yeah,
and it's not really worth me messy in the waters because I'm just trying to take care of my kid, correct?
yeah, yeah.
Now, how does she respond? Have you told her that verbatim?
I told I told her that. And then she is responds by cussing me out, talking about I'm not trying to do that. And I'm like, I literally helped her. I told her son, he got me, what I'm saying, whenever. I literally like dissolved the situation, and her son went home and just did everything right after I talked to him. And she I don't know, she felt good about it, and it was like, hey, I need some, well, what I'm saying, I need sex. Hey, do you want to have sex? And I kept telling her, like,
Oh, okay. So hold on. Let me ask you this question: is it just sex, or does she want to be back with you?
she says it's just sex, and I can't do that because I
No, don't do
know
that.
I know how
Don't
she
do
is.
that.
I know
Hey,
how she
listen,
is.
brother, listen, listen to me. Don't do it.
Uh,
Don't do it. Sex be getting us into some shit, man.
I heard a
Don't
song from
do it. Be strong, bro. Be strong. Don't do it. Now, listen. I just would say, as long as you continue to, you know, put those boundaries in place and you don't fall. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
then listen, sometimes when you put boundaries in place with people that are not mature enough, they're going to throw a temper tantrum. Okay.
yeah,
You can't respond to it. You can't. Because if you feed it, listen, if you respond to those cussing out text messages, that's going to it's going to reward that behavior. When someone is coming at you with that negativity or the unproductiveness and you respond, that's a reward. It's an acknowledgement of that behavior.
okay,
Okay. And it can be a conversation that you have one time, and then going forward, she knows that if this happens, I'm not going to be responding. That don't mean that I don't value you as the mother of my child, because I
yeah,
do. But if cussing or this, I just don't want to communicate like that. So
okay,
I'm gonna just let that sit in my phone until the next day or so, and then we can, what I mean, whatever we have to communicate. Now, let me ask you this: is there unnecessary communication? Is there more communication than needed?
she tried. What I see, she tries to bait me, and
Mhm.
when I have when I have my daughter, I just don't even text her. But when she
Mhm.
has my daughter, hey, hey, like little things that she can
Let me
fix.
on a man to man tip. Let me just
Uh-huh.
say this, and I'm gonna move on to your second part. Man to
Okay.
man tip. I don't know if you guys got anything established with the courts, or you got your days, her day. I listen,
Yeah.
man to man, I would go take care of that. These are my days on paper. Get that figured out while y'all still kind of got an amicable relationship. Because I tell you, I know men, and the ladies don't believe this, but I know men who have to pretend to be nice to their baby mamas just to see their children. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's the situation you got going on, but I would suggest you going ahead and, hey, what do you think about us getting, actually custody agreement together, set days?
Try. She won't do it.
Oh
She won't.
shit! Oh,
So,
all right.
so
Listen, this is what we're
I
gonna
got
have to
a
do.
lawyer, so
Oh
I have to really sit my lawyer
yeah,
down again to
yeah,
talk to her because she won't do it just verbally like Esther, put it on paper and so we can get everything right. I told her like let's just put stuff on paper that we're doing right now so
yeah,
we can know about it and everything. And she's blocking my daughter from going on trips with my families. And
yeah,
it sucks because as she's doing all this, she also cussing in front of my daughter, but cussing at me like your dad's not. And I don't do that. And I just tell my daughter I love her, kiss her, and well, I tell you I'm emotional, so I kiss my daughter and and I leave, So
yeah.
I'm just
So
trying to.
let me say this to you, and before we move on, because
My bad. Yeah.
you not you gotta. What I'm saying is I really my man and man advice to you is it's gonna be a difficult process, but that's something that I would do because I know probably how you feel. You feel like maybe, I mean, there's a possibility that if you don't cave in to certain demands when it comes to your relationship with her, that there's a possibility that you might not be able to see your kid when you want to. And we have to make sure that that isn't the case. So I would say that that's a fight worth fighting, in my opinion. And to answer the second part of your question, now, as long as you are hanging out with these women and you are being upfront and saying, hey, listen, right now I'm emotionally unavailable, but I'm physically or funly available, then I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. And the reason I say that, a lot of ladies about to get mad at what I'm about to say. The reason I say that is because I do believe that there are also women who are not looking for deep connections at the moment. And for people that's about to be in my comment section, no, ain't he should just sit at home. You wouldn't sitting at home when you was 23 just having sex and having fun too. You know what I'm saying? People know when they're ready and when they're not ready. But I think what happens is when we're not clear about our communications and our intentions up front, then there's an opportunity for us to hurt people.
Yeah.
So as long as you are upfront with that
Yeah.
company, but my biggest suggestion though would be to chill out.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why, because I can hear a little hurt, bro, and it's okay to be hurt. I done been hurt. We done all been hurt. I hear a little hurt, and sometimes when we are hurt and we find us a confidant, you will find a real good woman that listen to you real well. You know what I'm saying? You feel relieved and distracted when you with her, and she's really in your situation. And sometimes that confidant can turn into a relationship, and we didn't mean for it to happen because we emotionally there. And I'm not saying that it will happen. I'm saying though, when we hurt, sometimes we don't make the best decisions. And so I would just encourage you to focus more on your healing, get you some guy friends out here, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And focus on that before you start going back out there. All right.
Appreciate you now.
All right, man. Do your thing, bro.
Right now.
Peace. Yeah, that's hard, y'all. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard, yo. It's hard. Especially the co-parenting thing. It's hard. And let me tell you why before I get to the next questions. Let me see. Charlotte, you got a question for me? Or Charlotte ain't paying attention. All right, Tan, you paying attention? Charlotte, you are paying attention? She said, yeah. All right. If Charlotte, do me a favor, y'all. If you guys are on camera, do me a favor. There's a private chat. Okay. You can see the private chat. It's an option. If you're on the StreamYard link, post your questions there real quick. Okay. I'm gonna talk for 2 seconds, but I'm gonna come back to you. But I'll be able to look at your question first and be able to have a good idea of where we're gonna take the conversation. Facebook. I'm gonna post the link one more time. I know it didn't allow me to pin it. So I'm posting a link right now. If you click this link on Facebook, you will go to, it's in the comment section. You can come to talk to us live. All right. I don't know why they let me post this link. It normally let me do it. But anywho, all right, cool. All right, Amber. Amber, where you at? Amber, I can't see you. Amber said, listen, I ain't agree to be on no camera. I don't know what you talk about. Charlotte, do you got a question for me? Charlotte? Charlotte typing her question. Tan. Amber, talk to me. What's up? Can you talk to me? Oh, she typing too. All right. Well, I guess we got a lot of people just typing. Tan, you ready? You got a question? Oh, shoot. Well, you know what? I'm gonna wait for the people on camera to get ready. It's a live call-in show. This happens. If you're on Instagram and you want to ask me a question, go to the link in my bio. I'll bring you on live right now. Facebook, the same thing. You can go to YouTube and get the link, or I just posted it in the comment section, and you can click that link and ask me a question live. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see if I can. Let's see. I'm gonna copy. No, why did I do that? Okay, I'm gonna copy this, paste it here. I'm gonna have to mute it. My bad. The sound might mess up for two. Nope, same thing. All right. So let's do this. Nikki, is it Nikki? Nikki, do you see me? Can you talk, Nikki? Oh, you at the bodega? She at the bodega. Charlotte, you got a question for me? Man, did y'all not hear me? That's crazy. All right, listen. I tried to do the call-in show with people. Nikki, you hear me? Nikki, I'm gonna bring you on the screen. You ready? Oh, Nikki's camera messed. Tan, are you ready? Oh my goodness. I'm about to. Charlotte, are you ready? Okay, I'm about to kick people off. All right, kick. All right, I'm gonna take a question from Instagram then, since nobody want to come on camera. It's okay, y'all. Don't worry. We gonna get this going. Hold on. Somebody asked me, are you dating only women without kids? Oh, that's a good question. Check this out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've not dated women with kids in so long. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie to you guys and act like I do. I see Jazz. Jazz, you got a question for me? Jazz, can I see you? Let me see your face, Jazz. You got a question? Jazz, when you sit down somewhere, I'm gonna put you on camera, okay? You're moving around. So whenever you sit down, are you ready for me, Jazz? All right, so let me finish this question. So I haven't personally dated a woman with kids in quite some time, but I'm 32 without kids. So I would love for my first relationship and our marriage, my first child to be with a woman who also this is her first child. But I'm not totally against it. It's just, I just haven't. Okay, that's the answer to the question. Jazz, what's up? Talk to me.
Yes, I wanted to ask a question. I just came into the live and I was backing off of the conversation you was having with the gentleman. And my question is, I'm going through a similar situation. I have on paper the days that my child is supposed to be with her father. I believe he's a narcissist. He's crazy. He does all types of crazy things. Right now, I'm taking him to court to stop the custody.
Yeah.
He's teaching my daughter that another woman is her mother. She calls me Mommy Jasmine. I have a restraining order against him right now. It's really, really bad. I'm in the process of trying to find a lawyer because I feel like the courts are not listening to me. How do I get this narcissist away from me? Like I don't respond. I'm on drop-offs, I don't talk. Like, and he just finds ways. He's attacking my other children, causing
let me be honest. Let me stop you here. Listen, sometimes you can do everything in your power and people still try to rain on your motherfucking parade
every day.
And what you have to do is keep being consistent and making the moves you need to make and chipping away. I'll say that sometimes, hold on, excuse me, let me take a sip of water. Sometimes we think that closing the door is a swift action, and sometimes it's not. And I wish that we could snap our fingers and people would magically disappear out of our lives. But some people just don't have the common decency or respect for us to leave when we ask them to. And because we are good people, we try to handle it the right way. We try to go through the courts and we try to do and you got to restrain an order. We trying to do everything. And despite all that, some people don't get the message. And it sounds like you've got one of those people in your hands. You already said he's a narcissist. It sounds like he got some things going on, maybe an anger or temper problem, maybe a problem respecting authority. What you have to do is be consistent. If this man violates that restraining order, call the cops. You know, that's the best you can do. Keep talking to your lawyer, keep being persistent and not doing the things that get you out of character. Because what I'll tell you is sometimes you'll get so frustrated, you'll get out of character. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll end up doing something you're not going to be proud of. So, and now I will say this. He got your daughter calling you Mama Jazz.
Yes.
See, it's bullshit like that. It's
in on it. She showed my daughter pictures telling her that she was in her belly. Is deep. It's so deep. I can talk about all the things, and I'm not too comfortable saying everything on live, but when I tell
you ain't got to tell y'all that. Listen, what I'm saying is I think we got the just in. He sounds like he's that person that just ain't gonna go away quietly. And let me tell you this. Ladies, and this is to all the ladies that are watching right now. I recognize my male privilege because in my life, I have not saying you're afraid, you know, I don't mean it in the sense of afraid, but I've never been scared and or worried about a woman not leaving me alone. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a low level threat of getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't, what you gonna do to me type thing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with women, I know it's a little bit more care because that could be a crazy ass man that can be waiting outside your door. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, man, I understand the conundrum you are in. And when I give this advice, I'm trying to give the most constructive advice, but I know the application of it isn't as easy because, you know, you don't know what that man gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And it is that threat there. So I would continue to do what you have been doing, being persistent. And listen, I would tell you what I would do, but we are live. And, you know what I'm saying? But there's just certain things that if you respond to, man, you'll bring out the ugly side of yourself. And I don't want you to do that. You know what I'm saying? All right. So keep your head up, keep being persistent. And I believe that if you do that, it will work out. Okay. And I'm pretty sure there's people watching that can probably give you some tangible ass tips too. Cause you ain't the only person that got a crazy ass baby daddy. All right.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, Jazz.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Is it Candace? Is that your name? Candace? You got a question for me? Hold on. Candace, what's up? Talk to me.
So I just want to know, is there a time frame that I should put on healing? Like, how long should you expect to heal from past trauma relationships before moving on to somebody else?
Be specific. How long was that hurt ago?
So I didn't heal properly from my first relationship that started in high school. So on and off for about 15 years. And then I had a sneaky link situationship.
What you doing? Building stuff over there?
The baby.
Huh?
They birthed the baby.
Oh yeah, that's the baby.
So there was a lot of hurt there with that situation, and the drama that came from that. I feel like was even worse than my first. So now I kind of look at men in a different light. And so I just don't know like how long I should take away from the dating scene to heal versus am I doing myself a disjustice by waiting too long?
Okay. Are you healed?
No.
Okay.
There are certain things that still trigger.
Okay, let me ask you this follow-up question. Is dating going to heal you?
I don't think it's gonna heal me. I just feel like it would get me maybe comfortable with getting back out there again.
So the answer you said is no. You don't think dating will heal you?
No, I don't think it'll heal me.
Okay, so what's some things you think will contribute to your healing?
Definitely continuing to work on my own success, accomplishing goals that I've set for myself. Been definitely working on boundary setting, so I've been really proud of myself for doing that, and that's in all aspects, not just with men, but also with family and friends. Learning to say no, because that's always been one of my problems.
I like those. So here's my thing. Dating often exposes how healed we're not. I think dating oftentimes has the opposite effect of healing. It will peel a scab if that scab ain't healed completely. All right, that's what dating will do. So my suggestion to you is, like let's say you were dating. When you date and you got a little boyfriend or something, or man, you got your little man friend. How often do you typically see that man friend a week?
Probably 2 to 3, maybe
2 to 3 times. Okay, 2 to 3 times. Okay, for how long each time?
This is hypothetical, right?
Yeah, but like last time you was in a relationship, 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours. Okay, so 2 to 3 times a week for 2 to 3 hours, right? Now, since then, how often have you seen a therapist?
I did see a therapist until I struggled with a lot of postpartum after I had my son. So the last time I seen her was earlier this year.
What made you stop? Just got busy?
I kind of felt like I was at a standstill. I feel like she kind of gave me all the tools I needed.
Hold on, excuse me. Toby, go to bed. Go to bed. Hey, go to bed. Go to bed. My bad. You said you was at a standstill?
I feel like a lot of the tools that she gave me and a lot of the aha moments that we were getting, I felt like I was kind of at a place where I didn't really need it anymore. I feel like I was getting the answers that I needed. So now I just needed to do more of the work behind the whys.
Okay. Let me give you a suggestion. Okay. Here's the thing. Like, let's say you go to your OBYN, right? You go to your OB, everything fine, and you don't see her no more. No, you go every 6 months, right? You want to go every 6 months. You want everything to continue to be fine, right? Like you want, she gonna give you tips to practice, and then when you go back, she gonna see if you've been practicing it, right? And then if you ain't been practicing, she gonna be like, okay, we need to get back on it. That's the thing about having a relationship with a therapist or a counselor or a mentor. This person will be able to gauge the progress, be able to really assess whether or not, in their opinion, this is the proper time to get back out and dating. Oftentimes, it's hard for us to access it because we're in the game. We're focused on so many things. You have a child, you probably got a job, you're trying to worry about, but you're not really keeping an eye exclusively on your healing barometer. So having another person in your corner to be able to see how far along you've come, how much farther you need to go, are you in practice? And then I always say this. Sometimes we pick whack. I mean, I'm not saying she was, but sometimes we don't pick I'm gonna mute you for a second. Sometimes we don't pick the best ones, It's just like a man. Not every man you pick gonna be the right one. And sometimes we have to date therapists. Sometimes we gotta keep going from a therapist to another therapist to another therapist, or a counselor to another one, and find one that we actually like. So my suggestion is, if you're ever asking about healing, a mentor, a coach, a therapist, a pastor, an older person, you know what I'm saying, a wise person. These are people that you need. Just as if you were asking me about, a person was asking about diabetes, you probably need to talk to a doctor. So I want you to understand that anytime you start talking about those things, the journey is that much harder when we don't incorporate the proper help. That's all I'm saying. Just like I got my family physician and this and that, I need to have somebody, a therapist on call, just in case I need to talk to about somebody. And we need to normalize talking about that. Because listen, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let you go. We go through some shit in these relationships, yo. Like, relationships be the hardest things we go through sometimes. Like, for real, what make you stress like a toxic ass relationship? And we be needing to unpack that. You gotta talk to somebody about this, okay? So that's my suggestion, and I hope that helps you out. And thank you so much for offering the question, okay? All right, bye. All right, listen. So I think I got, let me see who else I got. Charlemagne, what's up, Charlemagne? You got a question for she got her hand up. Charlemagne must got a question for me. What's up? Talk to me. What's going on?
Hi, how you doing? Nice to finally
Doing well.
meet you. I have a relationship question. So I'm gonna kind of speed it up a little bit for you. I was in a 14-year relationship. I have a daughter. Um, we kind of broke up, and in between that relationship, I was messing with someone. But prior to that, I kind of was going through things in my relationship where I was telling him, like, listen, this is the problem, that's the problem. He was drinking, coming in, the house late. He don't answer his phone. There's no way to call him. So I got tired after a while, and I started talking back with my ex-boyfriend. Now me and my ex-boyfriend, we got back together. We've been together for 1 year now. Everything is going good, but the problem I need to ask you is, like, I thought, like, when we get together, everything was just going to be like the grass is green and, we're going to be happy. But I'm the type of person that likes to be like, I want to see you as much as possible. I want to hold you. I want to cuddle you. I want to do this. And he's trying to say to me, like, listen, right now I'm going through things. Like, last year, he lost his mother. He has like 4 kids, and like 4 of the girls that he in a relationship with, they don't talk to him no more. The baby mother, she stopped him from seeing his kids. So he's like, I'm going through a lot of things, work, bills, this and that. So I need you to just focus on you. Like, sometimes I want to see him, I want to cuddle, I want to be intimate. And he's like, right now, I'm not thinking about that. And I just find it so weird as a male. I could be wrong, but I thought that men like to be intimate. Like, I don't understand, like, how could a man turn a woman down? So it's like, he's like, I just need you to focus on you. I need that type of woman that, like, listen, babe, we doing this. We know we together, but we got things to take care of right now. I just need you to focus on you. And when things get together, we'll do those things. But right now, focus on you. And I don't know how to, I'm being honest, I don't know how to be by myself, because in all my relationships, I always had a man. And it's like, now I'm by myself. It's just me and my daughter. And it's like, I don't know how to do certain things by myself.
Well, that's a lot to impact. So it's a couple of things I want to address. First thing, hold on. Gone. I got this dog, y'all, and listen, this dog is this is attention hungry dog. The dog won't leave me the fuck alone. So just ignore my dog. Okay, the first thing is this. You're be honest. This is my don't get mad at me for my honesty. Remember, you called up here.
Yes.
Your fear or uncomfortableness with being alone is probably the reason why you're in the unsatisfactory relationship with your ex-boyfriend right now. That's probably why.
Yeah, because he tells me like he likes to
What
be alone
I don't.
sometimes.
Hold on, let me say this. Let me say this. I don't care what he tells you. I
Okay.
want to talk about you. Okay. The reason why you're probably in this relationship where your needs isn't being met is because you don't know how to be out of one. And the reason you're in a relationship with someone that the previous relationship didn't work and you left another person to get back with this person is because you don't know how to be alone. I would suggest that's what you need to work on, is figuring out how you can be alone. And he can't help you work on that. That's the drug dealer trying to rehab the addict. It just doesn't work out. That's not the person who can help. Okay. You have to seek your own help and wonder why you have this attachment style that you have, wondering why you have maybe some abandonment issues, wondering why you're so uncomfortable just focusing and building yourself. Now that's the real issue. Now I'm gonna talk about some of the other things that you talked about, because there is some critiques. There's some things maybe he can do better, but ultimately, this man sounds like he's not ready to be in a relationship either. Sounds like he's dealing with some things that need some attention. The one thing I've learned about being in a relationship is it take time, and I'm busy. I'm busy. I be busy all the time, but I make sure that I carve off a reasonable amount of time to the relationship that I have. Okay. So that means Taco Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I make sure I hit taco spot with my lady.
I
Okay.
mean, I see him, but it's like I don't see him like I want to see him. Like I'll see him maybe once a week or twice a week, but if I can, I would choose 5 days.
Yeah, but let me again, that goes back to that attachment style you have. And I'm not going to tell you that that's wrong, because a lot of people want to see the person they with every single day. However, some of us have commitments to what we can't. And when other things in your life isn't going on and you're not have filling your time with hobby, growing and this and that and other, you're not, your mind is preoccupied by what you now would deem as your purpose. Is this man your purpose in life? Do you want this man to be your purpose? And are you, if not, why are you acting like he is? Why are you upset when this man isn't sprinkled on every minute of every day? Now, let me tell you something. I love, look, I loved it. What Puff Daddy said, I love to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all day and have sex all day. I love to do that. Sometimes I'm tired. And ladies, I want you guys to understand this. Sometimes I don't feel like delivering the D today. Now, I might do it because I know how fragile y'all get when fans say no. So sometimes I just do it just because, but I ain't feel like it. I was tired, ready to go to bed. So this idea that a man always wants to have intimacy, so the very moment you snap your fingers and he has to want to have sex, I don't think that that's every man's reality. And I think a lot of men feel pressured to live up to that. You know what I'm saying? If let me tell you something, your man turn around and say, I'm just not in the mood today. You can be like, who you been fucking? Who? Because you gonna do something wrong. And so sometimes we try to live up to that hype of always wanting to be sexual beings. But sometimes there's a lot of things on our mind. And I'll say this: there's a couple reasons he probably don't want to spend that much time with you. But the simplest answer is he got shit going on. And would you like him if he didn't? Would you rather have a broke dude with nothing going on with his life and all he was eating your cereal all day in your crib on your couch, and he'd have all the time in the world? Sometimes you pick your poison. You know
No,
what I'm
you're
saying?
right.
But the core of the issue, and I want to leave you with this. The core of the issue, though, is when you said, "I don't know how to be alone. I've always had a man in my life." That you have to fix. Because sometimes what you'll do in order to fill that void is to pick the first man you find, no matter if he's qualified or not. I'm not trying to shit on the person you with, because maybe he's a great guy,
Mhm.
but even in that circumstance, you won't be able to experience a great guy to the fullest if you're not healed. And that is coming from a place of not being healed. Listen, no one loves, well, no, a lot of people love to be single, but I love being single too. Let me tell you something. Singleness was nice. I loved singleness. I don't fuck. And let me tell you something. I be loving when I have my quality time to myself. I listen, shit, it'd be quiet in the crib. Ain't nobody here telling me to do some fucking dishes. So I love my alone time, but some people are not. So I would suggest that maybe you figure that part out, but also respect his boundaries as well. All right. And if that's not enough for you, finding somebody else might not be the bad idea. Okay. All
Sorry.
right. So no, I was saying I will respect his boundaries and not
Yeah,
be
I'm
too
trying
pushy.
to. I mean, and he also tries to motivate me because he's like, I'm here. I love you, babe. But just do things. Find things to do with yourself. Go to the gym, cook, do this, do that. And it's like it's just so hard for me
And I'm
because
tell you, let me tell you what's gonna happen. If you don't figure this out,
I'm
the
sorry.
burden, if you don't figure this part out, the burden of him trying to motivate you is gonna be too much for him.
Yeah, I
He
know. I
can't,
kind of
he
figure
can't
that.
yeah, he can't keep reassuring you and validating you over this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's gonna do it, but it's probably been you. How long you been like this?
Well,
Probably
I know him for a long time. I mean, he's my ex, but we've been friends longer than anything. So we have a beautiful relationship. It's just that I never knew that men don't think about sex. Like that's like so surprising.
do you, do you
Like if
think
your
about sex all
girlfriend
the
comes
time?
to your house and you chilling, like say you just watching TV or you drinking wine, like at the end of the day, you just go to bed. Like I don't know.
I do. Now, hold on, ladies. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Now, about 2 times a week, 3 maybe. I'm 32. 3 maybe. I give three. About 2 times a week. Oh, I'm giving
Okay, but
maximum.
even if it's that, but say if it's like maybe 2 times every 3 weeks or something like that, like
How old is this man?
he's much older than me. He's 50.
Oh, he ain't, man. That nigga ain't
It's
thinking
nothing
like.
wrong. It's nothing wrong if that's what you're gonna
Hey,
say.
yo. First of all, let me tell you something. No, for real. Men's libido, I mean, just decreases. I mean, you lose your free step, your testosterone levels drop. You're not thinking about sex as much. So I don't know. I'm not 50,
Yeah.
but I'm 32, and I don't think about sex nearly as much as I did when I was 25. Now, if it was now, I will say this. Because even when let me reframe. I don't want to get myself in trouble on live because I don't want my followers to think I was a hoe. But I'll tell you this. I think the only reason I had as much sex as I did when I was single is because I didn't enjoy intimacy. And not that I didn't enjoy it, it's just I didn't have the opportunity to experience it in a full. So in replace of intimate moments, I had sexual moments. So there were times that I would have sex 3 times a week or 4 times a week. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not. Oh, I'm about to sound like a hoe. It is what it is. But sometimes, boy, I would line them up. Wednesday, Thursday, I line them up, boy. Hey,
Mhm.
listen. Every time I went to that clinic, I was praying to God.
Oh man.
God, please, no. I'm serious though. Hey, y'all know it. Even if you be wrapping it up, you be nervous. Oh, God, please, just give me something I could take a shot for. But anyway, but I did that because I didn't hold on. Move. Please leave me alone. My dog, I'm gonna show y'all my dog in a second. He's really cute, but he is really irritating. I'm trying to work. But it was because that was the only form of intimacy I knew. So I really, so that's why I had it so much. But now, having a person you can share non-sexual intimate moments with, to me, is as fulfilling as
It's
sex.
better, right?
Better? I don't know about
I'm taking too
better.
much. Okay.
Yeah, you going a little too far.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing. But it's a certain level. So sometimes I just want to cuddle. I like getting to a place where we don't have to we don't have to put on a show just to have sex. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to force ourselves to do it if we don't want to. We ain't really think. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that. I like that more. I mean, although if I didn't have, if it was only happening once every 2 weeks, I'd have a problem. You're right. So I do feel what you're saying. Maybe there is something going on. Maybe it's something deeper. I always say sex sometimes is a reflection of the health of the relationship. And everybody's sexual normal is different though. Like you may have you're as a couple, you guys have a different sexual normal than me and my lady or this person and this person. So sometimes if it deviates too far away from your sexual normal, it may be indicative of a mental disconnect or a unsatisfactory view of the relationship.
Yeah, because I don't want to look like a nympho, you know. And he says, like, you know, a lot of times women, that's the only thing that they care about. Like, oh, if a man is not laying it down or if he don't got money, then he's not nothing. But what about these men that work hard and they do other things? Like, is sex the only thing that's important? But I think it is also a part of the relationship.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna tell you, 15% of the times I have sex is because it's important to the relationship, and I don't feel like I can say no.
No, I understand.
No, listen. Once I get started, I'm in it though. But boy, I be thinking about shit. But that's the thing, ladies, and I'm gonna let you go. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay,
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. Ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna take one more question too. So let me see who got. Raise your hand if you got a question. Raise your hand if you got a question. All right, I see 1, 2, 3. Okay. Is it Santa? Do you have a question as well? I'm trying to see who I got a question because I'm gonna get y'all real quick. All right, Saji, if I pronounce that right, Santa, do you have a question? Yes or no? Yes, Princess and Tonya. I'm gonna get y'all back to back real quick. I'm gonna try to at least, and if not, you guys be on my text list to be able to come on next time I do this. But listen. I'm gonna say this, and I mean this from my spirit, you guys. Mean this from my spirit. Most guys won't admit this, but I'm gonna say it. Men are very sexual creatures when they single. like that's all men think about when they single. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta go get it. It's like the heart. It's like you know what I'm saying? You're proud. You know, it's a thing. It's like a goal. It's like wow. You know what I'm saying? Where my next meal coming from? You operate different. You're in a relationship. You know you have sex every day. The scarcity of ass is not as great. You know what I'm saying? You're around ass all the time. And then you know you guys maybe sleep together naked, so the thrill of seeing ass is not as great. You know, y'all be using the restroom with the door open and shit, crossing boundaries, and it just so I just think it's the normal part of a relationship. I can't speak for women, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think women hoe around as much as men, but I will say it's something about getting comfortable in that relationship that you don't fiend for sex as much. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because you know this is on the internet, but I do feel like you can't judge a man's libido based off of the standards of what a single man's libido would be. I'm gonna tell you. Let me not get myself in trouble. Let me not. Y'all know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you listen. The first time you drove your new car, it was just it was something, right? It was something. Now you drive your car, you know, you still like driving your car. It's just a different type of like. Now you're more comfortable with it. You know, the seat is worn in. You know what gears to hit, when to go, and you get there. You know, but it's not the same. It's not new. You know what I mean? And so when you compare, you like, man. My man, men supposed to always be thinking about sex. Single men are thinking about sex a lot. Men in relationships, man, I got a whole bunch of guy friends in relationships. Ain't none of them thinking about sex that much. Now, the people that's still in new relationships, they be fucking all day and all night. And I get that, man. I ain't got time for that bullshit. I like sex as much as everybody else, but I could have it tomorrow. So why I gotta rush it today? Did that make me a bad person? Am I a bad person, y'all? And y'all don't feel the same way? I don't know. I mean, think about it. Even let's say he got a nice body, but you see that body all the time. You know, the same dick. It might be a nice dick, but it's same dick. It's same one. That's why when y'all be bringing Valentine's, you be thinking that giving a man sex for a Valentine's Day gift is a gift. That's not a gift. Okay, it's a gift if we single and you just bringing that ass over. If we in a relationship, that's no longer a gift. Okay, you can't be like, I gave you. It's a bow on. You put a bow on your little chest. Talk about, this is what you get for it. No. Same as I always get. Take that bow off of it. Y'all don't do that. Is that just me? That's just me. Whatever. I'm just playing. Y'all don't take me serious. I'm just playing. All right, let's get it. Santa. I'm probably pronouncing that. Shayna, tell me how you pronounce your name. How you pronounce it?
Shauna.
Oh, I was all
Yes. Okay. It's really nice meeting you. Finally, I've been waiting for so long. My question is, I have a son. His father and I have been together for about 7 years. So whatever happened in the past, it's not working. We both made errors in the relationship, and I've decided that it's not getting any better. It's not going to go anywhere further. So it's better I cut my losses and we co-parent the child together. However, he still thinks that sex should be involved. However, I went on, I said, I want a better life for myself and my son. I got baptized. I gave my life fully to Christ because I'm still thinking that no matter what mistake you make in life, it's never too late to make a difference. So I went and I got baptized, I go to church, I am fully committed to Christ. But my problem is now we're not in a relationship. It's been about a year now, and I would like to date. But I don't want to just go dating and then going back into the same pattern of a relationship not working out, because like you say, I have my times where I don't want sex. So because I'm often busy, I'm tired, I have my days that it's just not a day that I want to. So my question is, and I have been saying this to most persons that I talk to, sex is off of my list. I want you to know me. For me, it should not be about sex. I don't know if I have it wrong, but I believe that what happened to the days where we used to date, we go look at a movie, we come over, we chill, we talk about things, we play games, and then you leave, and that's it. Am I wrong not to want sex in a relationship? And how far will I get with that? Because in this society, most persons want to have sex and not get to know the person. So, Mr. Metaphor, how do I go about in a relationship not wanting to have sex but want to get married also? Because I don't want to be single all my life, and I want my son to have a
Okay,
partner.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to mute you too because it's an echo. Okay.
Oh.
You asked a whole bunch of questions. Okay, so I'm gonna take it step by step. Is it wrong for you to want to have a relationship that's built on the more important things like actual soul connection, without being distracted by sexual tension that can lead to lust-filled decisions? Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a healthy way of dating, if you ask me. Now, do I think that makes it more difficult in this day and age? Absolutely. I think it's more difficult for both men and women. Right now in the comment section, if ladies, if a man told you on the first date that he ain't trying to have sex until marriage, would you still want to date that man? And most women in the comment section would be like, hell no. So like we're just in a different a different space. And so while I think that it is a great move for you to make, there is the acknowledgement that that move makes things more difficult in terms of the number of men that will be interested in continuing without sex. Okay, you dwindle. However, that's the goal. The goal is to filter as much as possible so that we can find the right person for us. So if you turn that filter on and you're letting people know within the first few dates that, hey, sex is not really on the table, then you'll filter out men that don't agree with that. And then you'll be left with some that hopefully, are the type of men you want. Now let me ask you this follow-up question. Hold on, let me ask you this. Are you looking for men that are already Are you looking for men that are already abstaining from sex as well?
Yes, I would, because I think it's going to be more easier for me if the person's on the same page that I'm on.
Okay, now let me follow up. That's great. So with that being said, I would say look at in the church, but they be doing more fucking than everybody. So I don't know where to start. But they be doing a whole bunch of. I would see, but I would suggest finding someone that's already have that resolve, church, that already had that moral code. Because here's the thing, you're not having sex because it's connected to something meaningful, so that helps you out whenever you're tempted. Whereas a man who doesn't have that same connection to the same meaning probably wouldn't be able to withstand not doing it. I'm gonna let you know, it get 2 weeks. Let me tell you this. I don't know what would happen to my body if I went 2 weeks without it. You know why? Because it has never happened. I'm pretty sure if I go 2 weeks without that nectar, I'm pretty sure bad things gonna happen in my life. Let me tell you something. I've been getting sex regularly, at least every 2 weeks, all my adult life, man. My skin look good. I got nice things that's happened in my life, and I have to believe it's because of that, the power that's there. But certain people. So let me make that statement. And I know I'm joking, but I'm serious, because my connection with sex is so deep that I'm not about to change it for somebody just because I like them. Like, I'm unwilling to change that, just like you're unwilling to change it. Your connection with not having sex and the meaning that means is powerful enough that you don't want to just change that for anybody. So that's why I said it's important for you not to try to fit a square peg through a round hole. Don't find a guy like me that believe in some fucking and then try to make me fit to how you feel. I think that would be the thing you shouldn't do, because that would make it more difficult for you and that person. So I would suggest finding someone that already kind of believes what you believe, and then that'll make it smoother for you. Okay. Cool. All right, girl. Thank you. Hey, y'all gonna make, like, I'm about to make it seem like I'm super fast. Like, I'm not fast, but I'm just not down for not having sex. I don't, there's not a good reason to not have it for me. I mean, for y'all, it's different. You be getting your heart broke and you like, man, my feelings get involved and all that shit y'all be going through. Not me. Mm-mm. Never had an issue. Ain't never fucked up my life. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no STDs. I had my tires slashed before. I have had my tires were slashed before. Both. It was both. It was 2 tires. No, it was 4 tires. If one tire I could have ran over glass. 2 tires, maybe I ran over the glass twice. It was all 4 tires, and it was like a puncture. It was like I know who did it too. To this day, she be lying and acting like she is slashed by tires. I know who did it, and I'm not gonna tell you what color she was, because I don't want y'all to think this matters. But she was light skinned. That's unimportant to the story. I just thought that I would mention it. It's unimportant to the story. I went outside. My motherfucking car was sitting real funny. Motherfucking car looked like it had a rough night. my, my motherfucking car was like, and I'm like, something different about my car. Like, what is going on with my car? I got in that motherfucker too, started it up, started to drive, motherfucker say, I'm like, oh shit, I'll park that bug. It was an old school Cadillac too. It was baby blue. It was a Coupe de Ville. Matter of fact, it was a Coupe de Ville. I looked at my tires. I said, that's a puncture mark. And I know who did it too. It's a couple other bad things that happened. But my point is, I think for both men and women, because I'm going to tell you, I had the same question from a man before. And we just had it earlier on, in a similar question. Some people, both men and women, nowadays don't want to engage in a relationship that doesn't have sex, or there's not a finish line for sex. And it's hard for me to judge those people, both men and women, because to me, sex is as important as those other things. Like a lot of times we be acting like sex is not important. We'll be like, well, as long as we can communicate. Imagine you found you a man, right? This man was handsome, tall, and everything you prayed for, right? Everything you prayed for. Hardworking, great father. Motherfucker was sweet talking, you know what I'm saying? Had financially stable. Your mom liked him, your friends like him. But he had a little ass dick. It ain't even like manageable little. His dick barely there. And then you might be like, well, as long as he can eat coochie, he can't. He be down there teething you up and shit. And you be like, well, maybe I can teach him. He don't learn. He got a dick learning disability. It's a dickability. It's a disdickability. Is that a word? It's a disdickability. He got a disdickability. Like, you can't look me in my face with a straight face and tell me that wouldn't fuck up the relationship. If you lied to me, don't lie to me. That's how important sex is. Sex is so important that you will leave an otherwise healthy relationship over that you guys share a house and children simply because he had it with someone else. So don't lie to me and say sex ain't important. Sex is very important. So some people are like, I want to know that part is on point too. And I can't fault them. I can't call them shallow because you're hoping to have sex with that person 2 to 3 times a week for the rest of your life. So I do hope it's good. Relationship, listen, you get with a person with some good ass, like some fire ass sex, it covers a multitude of problems. You don't want it to cover a lot of problems, but sometimes you look at that nigga, you be like, better be glad you got good dick. And then you just forgive what happened because dick good. And let me tell you something, I've done that in my life too. Men do that too. Listen, let me say this before I get off of here. And everybody's on here, I'm going to get y'all questions next time I get on here. I got y'all names. So look, y'all stay on here a little longer. I'm going to give y'all a private link so I can send it to you guys first next time, okay? So y'all stay on here if y'all want the private link. But let me say this. Ladies, we still got 700 people watching. Shout out to y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of y'all know. Can y'all just let me say this? I want y'all to let me say this, okay? I want y'all to let me say this. So do not listen. Some of y'all know y'all difficult to deal with. I ain't saying it's the majority of y'all. Some of y'all know y'all difficult to deal with. Some of y'all know you got a little attitude problem. A little one. Some of y'all know y'all be doing some crazy shit sometimes. You know how you know? Because after you do it, you be like, damn, that was some crazy shit I just did. Some of y'all know. And if your shit wasn't as fire as it is, that man would have left your ass a long time ago. If your shit wasn't as fire as it was, he would have left your ass. Yeah. It's almost like it's a package deal sometimes. It's like the better the dick, the worse the nigga is. Better the cat, the crazy the girl is. It just, I don't know how it work out. It's like you gotta be blessed with something. So my point is, sex is important. And so I can't minimize it, but I would love to think that we can be mature enough to not allow that, or the absence of it, in early staging, to distract us from someone who would otherwise be a great partner. But the thing is, when you're telling that man or that woman that you want to be abstinent, he doesn't know, or she doesn't know, how great you are at that moment. And that's the problem. If he or she had a globe and was able to foresee how great you was in the future, then yeah, he would stomach it, or she would stomach it and be like, yes, this person is my one. But when you meet somebody, date 2, date 3, date 4, you don't know if that person's their one. And then now you have to make a life-altering decision. Again, somebody said, Ace, you ain't never been without sex for 2 weeks. That sounds shallow of you. I haven't. I've never went 2 weeks without sex. Do people routinely go longer? Does that make me less valuable as a teacher simply because I didn't have a problem having sex? What y'all want me? Listen, the dudes that went longer than 2 weeks without getting sex is because they just couldn't get it for 2 weeks. Took them a month to get something or something. I don't know. I just never had that issue. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, shit. I mean, what the fuck you want me to say? All right, I love you guys, man. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Share this video, man. I love the people that be abstaining from sex. I love y'all, bro, because y'all wear it like a badge of honor. Yeah, I went 6 months before. Clap it up for me. I'll be like, jeez. All right, I love you guys, man. I'll talk to you later. Peace out, everybody. Those on StreamYard, y'all stay right there.